let's take a look at 52. This is another example of where you can merge them into a single fraction and make it a little bit easier. So I got 75 x to the 7th y to the 5th over 3x to the 5th y to the 6th. Now what makes me want to merge this into a single fraction is I see 75 divided by 3 it goes evenly, and x to the power, y to the power, y to the power. So I'm going to merge them into a single fraction inside of a radical. So we got 75 x to the 7th y to the 5th over 3x to the 5th y to the 6th. Well, if we simplify this, 75 and 3 are both divisible by 3. 75 divided by 3 is 25. 3 divided by 3 is 1. Now we have x to the power over x to the power. If you ever have that, you subtract a smaller exponent from a larger one. 7 minus 5 gives me 2, and we have x to that power where our larger one was, which was up on top. Again, I subtract a smaller exponent from a larger one. 7 minus 5 is 2, and we have x to that power where the larger one was. Now we have y to the 5th, y to the 6th. Is this the same one as the last one? Very close. Oh well. Okay, so we got y to a power over y to a power. Again, I subtract a smaller exponent from the larger one. 6 minus 5 is 1, and we have y to the first power where the larger exponent was, which was down below. Well, no more simplifying to be done, so I'll split it back apart, put a square root around the top, and square root around the bottom. Now up on top, 25 is 5 times 5, and x squared is x times x. And that's the square root of y. Remember the square root, we're looking for a pair of somethings. Here's a pair of 5s, here's a pair of x's. So they'll come out as a 5x. Now, there's two things we can't have when dealing with radicals and fractions. We can't have a fraction inside of a radical, and we can't have a radical in the denominator. So here we're going to multiply the top and bottom by the square root of y to get rid of that. And we'll see why it disappears here in a second. Up on top, we got 5x square root of y. And down below, when you're multiplying radicals together and they have the same index, you just multiply what's underneath them. So y times y, and put them into a single radical. Well, again, this is a square root, so we're looking for a pair of somethings. Here's a pair of y's, so that's going to come out as a single y. And we're going to have 5x square root of y over y. So no fractions inside of a radical and no radicals down in the denominator. So 5x square root of y over y looks like B is in Bill. So 52b. 52b. That checks.